All right. Welcome back. We are the Critics Collective. I'm Legacy Lingo, and I have the Dad Panther here with me. I want to thank you guys for joining us for another episode of the weekly top 5, where we review the box office earnings for the previous weekend. This is week number 7 of 2025. Happy to go over these numbers with you. Finally got a bit of a shakeup. But before we do that, I want to thank everybody that's been supporting this page, the people that have subscribed, that have been commenting, that have been interacting with us. We were on the road to 500. We've surpassed that. We're moving and we're growing, and we're on the road to 1,000 now. We want to thank you guys for helping us grow. If you're new to us and you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button, the like button on this video, and join the alerts. Join the collective community. All right, so let me remind everybody where we were last week number 6 in the box office, your top 5. You had Dogman at number 1, 2 weeks in a row. That thing surprised me. I don't know. Yeah, 13.8 million. Hard Eyes is number 2 at 8.3 million. Love Hurts was number 3 with 5.8 million. Mufasa the Lion King, 4 million. And Companion fell to number 5 at 3 million. That was last week's numbers. So now we're going to get into this week's numbers, a bit of a shakeup. Dogman was in that thing, number 1, 2 weeks in a row. I thought in the second week it was going to fall to number 5, and it stayed number 1.
Dogman has a nice following, like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. There's other books and stuff like that. There's a bunch of books for Dogman, so the kids know it. Parents dislike this book in most cases for the writing of it, but I'm not surprised. It should still be in the top 5.
I was not expecting it because I thought parents, like you said, parents don't really care for the level of humor and stuff. So I thought it was going to get overlooked, and it was number 1 2 weeks in a row. So let's get to the top 5 and see if it's in there, if it's in the top 5, and let's see if it's still as high as it was. All right, starting with number 5.
Mufasa?
No, sir. This one is called...
Yes, let's go. Yeah.
You know about this one.
We got a review coming out from that. I seen it.
You saw
1 and 2. You can see number 1 on Netflix. For this movie, $7 million that it's done in the box office for Valentine's Day when it came out, but it's done over $1 billion in China. It is the biggest movie they've ever had, beating out the Avengers movie that they've had. And so everything that this movie is going to make fully CG, kind of the style is like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Mm-hmm. It is amazing what this movie's doing in subtitles and voiceover. So if you want to see the first one, check out Netflix and wait for a review for both of them.
Nice. This one, I was actually sad that I didn't watch it, so I'm definitely going to give it a shot. It made 7.2 million, like you said, on Valentine's Day, and that was pretty much its earnings for the entire weekend. But kudos to them. That's a big mark in there. The top 5. So especially on a weekend like this, to make it top 5, that's big. So number 4, Dogman fell from number 1 to number 4, but it's his third week, so it had number 1 at 2 weeks, made 9.8 million. It was only a $48 million budget overall, and it made 36 million on opening weekend. So
you're gonna see more of them, whether straight to streaming. It's coming. They were like, oh, it's in there. Oh, we in there.
I might as well go watch it then. I see what I'm missing out on. We need to do a review on it anyway. All right, so number 3, Hard Eyes with another 9.85. I had to specify that because it was close between Dogman was at 9.8 and it only lost out by $50,000. $50,000 for Hard Eyes, giving 3.985. So that was the difference between number 3 and 4. So Hard Eyes, I don't know, you got to put up a bigger fight. Dogman is hanging in there. Hard Eyes is second week. It's made domestically 21.3 million so far. Its budget was actually estimated at only 10 million. So yeah, you might see another Hard Eyes. They might not even wait till Valentine's Day to give it to us if it's making that much money. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see one in October, and if it makes its money again, you'll see another one in February. That's how the studios are. All right, so moving on to number 2. Number 2, we got Paddington in Peru. They didn't do much marketing on this one, so it caught me off guard. I knew it was coming, but I forgot when, and then all of a sudden I see it in the top 5, and I was like, man, the marketing kind of...
Why does the image look like an AI? Is that a real image?
All right, so the image that I had was such horrible quality, I had to give it an AI brush. Thank you for calling me out on that. So that is why it's it was even worse. Trust me, you don't want to see. You don't want to see.
Okay, so we're just want to let you know this not a reflection of the team that put together this movie and like that. It's just the technical difficulties. It was brushed with the stroke of some AI.
Yeah,
So
I had AI brush to try and brighten it up. It was so grainy, the image I had. I couldn't find a good
because I was
quality.
about to go in on them. I'm like, you couldn't get no artist. That's messed up.
You know how much money they spent on that CG. They could do a better poster than this, but whatever. Anyway, opening weekend, it made 13. I feel bad now. I was like, nobody's gonna notice.
I was mad. The dude with the life raft with the spider on him, looking like, you see this? And Paddington was like, you see this shit we got going on?
And you had to point it out. It was on its way. It was good. All right, so. Paddington, I don't have an estimated budget for this movie. I don't have an estimated budget, but I'm almost certain that this is trending in the right direction already with the 13 mil. If I had to guess, I think it was probably a 40 or $50 million movie.
Hey, let us know in the comments if the people on the boat are actually even on the original poster. Because now I'm like, there's a cowboy, a nun. I'm like, is that Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and the Furious up there in the back? I don't know. I don't know.
The AI brush did not add people, just so
I don't know. I'm like, is that Wednesday right there? I don't know.
I knew I should have picked a different poster, but I was like, this has more life to it. But look, leave it to the Dad Panther to call it out and embarrass me on this damn show. Number 2, Paddington in Peru, and that is the legit movie. This is not a fake. It's nice.
It'd be funny what you could have used.
Like I made up a movie.
You could have used. There was a Twitter account back in the day that would take Paddington and put him in a horror movie scene throughout the year. So it would have him at a window looking like Jason or Freddy. I think that would have worked too. Just maybe for next time. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week if it's still in the top 5. That's what we'll do. All right. So number 1, I think is at no surprise. Captain America: Brave New Worlds.
Oh, right? Wow, 80 something plus.
Hey, and now I do want to preface it. These numbers are not final. This is Tuesday, February 18th, as of 2 p.m. Okay, so if you're seeing this video after the fact or later in the evening, there will be some final numbers coming in, and I expect it will be higher. But as of right now, Tuesday at 2 p.m. on the 18th. 87.8 million. We know that this movie, this is not what they didn't put as much money as they normally would in some of the other projects. And from what I'm hearing from all of the sources that I've been listening to reviews on and feedback, they've actually anticipated this pace, and they're very happy with it. And they're considering it success at the pace that the money is going. I know people probably wanted to do 170 Avengers type opening weekend, but this is exactly what they planned for. So shout out to them for understanding what they were putting out, understanding how it may trend, and I think that's why they had the budget that they had. They're expecting is right on pace. And then from what I'm hearing, I'm not going to confirm or yes, but what I'm hearing rumors that they've already now considered locking in 2 more titles. So I am very pleased. And that review is up. The Dad Panther, Manny, the not so super fan of myself, we did do that. So please get into that review and get into those comments. Let us know what you thought about the movie. And then these comments, let us know what you think about this top 5. Next week, there's not much that's really going to be out there, so we're going to see if the Dog Man is going to end up coming back up in that top 3. No? You don't think so?
No, unless parents just want to unite together to piss you off and get it back up there. I don't think so. I think what's interesting is to see what happens, because a lot of times you say with Captain America or just movies in general who are number 1, there's a certain percentage that almost always drops off. And with this one, with this one, I think the budget was 190 million.
Right.
So it's really good to be there. And I think what you're seeing on social media, you're seeing the fans are giving this a good review, 80 or better on Rotten Tomato, but the critics are the one killing this movie. So I think what's happening is you're starting to see people say, hey, look, maybe this is something I'm gonna check out, and they're gonna go ahead and check it out. So you may see, I can't say be number 1 significantly long time, but it could linger around in the top 5 and make that money for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're definitely going to see it in the top 5, and I'm bold enough to say I think it's going to be in the top 2, 1 or 2. I don't think it's going to fall below 2. And like you said, people are going out to see for themselves, and all of the reviews from everyday patrons and the comic book fans are better than the media platforms and Rotten Tomato. Rotten Tomato, don't get me started. When we have our spoiler session, I'm gonna go in on them.
And the thing that makes me think about this one too, and maybe we'll go into it more with the discussion, is that people forget that this movie was stopped and had weird stuff with the production because you had COVID, you had a few writer strikes and guild strikes, and they had reshoots that had to do with that stuff on the inside. So it's just, it wasn't a typical day at Marvel as far as putting this out.
Right. So definitely go check out that review and let us know what you guys think. Let us know where you think these movies are going to fall next week. Let me give you your overall projection for what you have for week 7 in 2025 again. As of 2 p.m. today on Tuesday, you got Captain America 87.8 million at number 1. Paddington in Peru, that is a legit movie, legit poster with the LaBrush, 13 mil.
Allegedly.
9.85 million at number 3. Dogman just at 9.8 million, number 4. And you got Neza 2 with 7.2 million. All right, so those are your top 5 for week number 7, 2025. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us. Sir, you have something you want to add?
I'm just thinking in my head, like, America, we're broke. How are we spending $100 million plus on going to the movies? Damn near every week. I don't know. I'm just saying.
All right, well, things that make you go, All right, so yeah, we want to thank you guys for joining us for an episode of the weekly top 5. I want you guys, if you love what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button, join the collect community with the alerts, like this video. We're on the road to 1,000 and we are moving, and we thank all of you guys that are rocking with us and supporting us. We look forward to creating more content for you. All right, so I'm Legacy Lingo. This is the Dad Panther, and we will see you guys on the next one.